The lights of New York City shimmered against the cold November air as excitement spread across the red carpet of the premiere of Now You See Me, Now You Don't, opening nationwide on November 14th. As cameras flashed and fans gathered behind barricades, one presence stole the spotlight the moment she stepped onto the carpet. Rosamund Pike, glowing in a dress so striking that even the harsh winter breeze seemed to soften in admiration. When she stopped to speak with my channel, the very first impression was pure elegance. Her gown, a dazzling daffodil yellow, cut through the chilly evening like a ray of warmth. "The daffodil in winter," she joked warmly, smiling through the cold. "It's freezing out there. We needed that." But the warmth of the moment quickly shifted into something far more intriguing when we dove into her latest role in Now You See Me, Now You Don't. In the film, Rosamund Pike portrays Veronica Vanderburg, a character whose icy calm and diamond-hard resolve places her squarely in the morally gray zone, one she has become known for mastering. The world of the film paints the Vanderburg family as powerful figures who have spent decades dealing diamonds to warlords, traffickers, and arms dealers, helping them clean their dirty money. The stakes are high, the crimes are darker than ever, and the tension rests heavily on Veronica's polished shoulders. So naturally, the first question hanging in the air was simple. Does she consider herself a villain this time around? With that signature sly grin, Rosamund Pike raised an eyebrow. "Do I?" she asked playfully. "I believe so. Oh, no one told me." Her humor set the tone, but as the question settled, she gently peeled back the layers of her character. "Veronica is a wonderful woman," she said thoughtfully. "She doesn't see herself as a villain. She's just a woman who needs to get things done the way she gets things done." It was a fascinating perspective, especially for someone who has embodied some of cinema's most chilling and unforgettable antagonists. From her Oscar-nominated performance as Amy Dunn in Gone Girl to her terrifyingly charming turn in I Care a Lot, Rosamund Pike has carved out a reputation for redefining the modern villain, particularly the female villain. But this time, she explained, Veronica is more than a villain. She is a force of nature. She moves with purpose, with strategy, with finesse. She doesn't operate from malice, but from necessity, a theme Pike deeply resonated with during filming. When asked whether she spent time gathering inspiration or intel from other iconic villains, her laughter echoed over the carpet. "Did I meet other villains?" she teased. "I think I've been a villain enough in my time to know a few tricks of the trade." Yet even in jest, she highlighted the core truth of her process. Every character must be played with honesty, from the inside out. "The only thing you can do is play a character for the truth of the character," she said, "and provide a good foil, an antagonistic foil, for the other actors." She shared that she often draws inspiration from performances she admires. She mentioned Nicole Kidman in To Die For, a portrayal she described as sharp, daring, and delightfully wicked. She also praised Linda Fiorentino in The Last Seduction, a film known for its bold, unapologetic femme fatale energy. And even beyond female roles, she referenced Anthony Hopkins in The Silence of the Lambs, a role that remains one of cinema's most legendary depictions of villainy. "It's people who are having fun in their own heads," she explained. "That's what attracts me to a villain." But then came the moment that truly shifted the direction of the conversation, a wave of nostalgia crashing into the present. This year marks a milestone, 20 years since the release of Pride and Prejudice, 2005. The beloved adaptation of Jane Austen's classic novel, Rosamund Pike's portrayal of Jane Bennet remains one of her most cherished roles. A performance that introduced her to countless fans who still see her as the embodiment of grace, gentleness, and romantic optimism. Can she believe it's been 20 years? "I can and I cannot," she admitted. "Keira and I talk about it. We can't believe it, and yet we can. We see a picture from the new Netflix adaptation they're shooting now, and for a moment we think it's us. Then we realize it's not us. It's just an homage to us." Which is flattering, I suppose. Her voice softened at the memory of filming. "Enchantment," she said simply. "Very much like shooting Now You See Me." Pride and Prejudice was one of the films I had the most fun on. And this is a close second in terms of how much everybody got on, the fun we had offset, the games we played, the nights we had, all of that. The affection in her voice painted a picture of a young cast, full of hope, laughter, and creative joy, living inside a timeless story. It's rare for actors to describe a filming experience as magical, especially 2 decades later. But for Rosamund Pike, it is unmistakably true. She and Keira Knightley, who played Elizabeth Bennet, have remained close over the years, often reflecting on what that film meant for their lives, their careers, and the fans who still watch it religiously. With the new Netflix adaptation on the horizon, her acknowledgement that it feels like an homage speaks volumes about the legacy the 2005 film has etched into the hearts of viewers. And yet, even as she reminisced, she remained firmly grounded in the present excitement around Now You See Me, Now You Don't. The film, packed with illusions, high-end heists, and thrilling misdirection, required the cast to master more than just acting. They had to learn magic. Real magic. Not CGI tricks, not camera illusions, but the kind of sleight of hand that demands hours of practice and razor-sharp precision. "Did you learn any magic tricks?" I asked, half expecting her to brush it off. But she lit up instantly. "A few," she replied proudly. "I can do a bit of sleight of hand." She promised she might show one later, laughing as she joked, "Look how I got his microphone off him." Then, with perfect comedic timing, she added, "I'm only joking, don't worry. Our teachers were better than that." Her energy on the carpet was a blend of mischief, charm, nostalgia, and confidence. The essence of a woman who knows exactly who she is in Hollywood and exactly what she brings to every story she joins. From the whimsical world of Pride and Prejudice to the shadowy glamour of Now You See Me, Now You Don't, Rosamund Pike continues to prove she can transform, reinvent, and captivate with every new role. And in this moment, standing in New York City, celebrating 20 years since her breakout role while ushering in a new era of cinematic illusion, she seemed to carry both her past and her present gracefully on her shoulders. She may have played countless villains, masterminds, strategic thinkers, and morally complex characters, but tonight, with her golden dress shimmering beneath the city lights, Rosamund Pike was something else entirely, an icon reflecting on her legacy while stepping boldly into her next chapter.